When the Bullet Hits the Bone, directed and written by Damon Lee, released 1996. This movie starts by setting up a darker tone, showing a woman pregnant in a hospital and a man filled with blood. But next we see the true tone set for this movie. This is how the main actor portrays being drunk, just walking sideways on the street. You see, when you're drunk, you do stuff that's dangerous. How freaking basic! Now we see this main guy who shoots these two people, and he says dark lines like, you need to learn how to deal with death. And he also asks questions like, who is the 13th president of the United States? I guess if they know presidential history, then they know they can work with the president, therefore they don't get shot. Yup, trying to shove in politics just to make us care about a dumb, cheap action movie. As he's laying on the floor, we get a number that we're supposed to remember later because it's the license plate of the car, the black guy. The creepy villain kisses a random little girl's cheek, and then the woman says, okay, 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 to make sure you know that this was a bad experience for Will Grill. Willie pointed out there. He starts dropping his wallet into the gutter intensely because he knows he doesn't need money since he's dying. Now he's alive. Whatever that symbolism, I guess it was meaningful in some way. He keeps thinking back to the moment that we just saw when he was dead, just so the movie can say that he cares about his wife while he was dying. You could have done that during the death scene. This is just going back to it to do extra stuff because you randomly think that that scene didn't mean enough already. The tough guys took his polar bear. Cute and tough are different from each other. Basic subversion. While the effect on the blood looks decent and the being hurt acting is alright, the facts might not be right. Warm knives healing wounds? I don't know if that's correct. The villain's evil plan is to become president of the United States, and so Congress can make him look good. He gives Congress $10 million. I don't know if $10 million is a lot for a congressperson, but whatever. He's on the floor at the beginning of the scene. This means that there is no escalation to the villain's intimidation performance because he does not go down on the floor. We don't see him gradually go down the floor as the villain keeps getting tougher. He's just automatically on the floor. We hear the inner thoughts of this woman. The woman says, every man touches me. That is not true. This is exaggeration of what a woman thinks. Maybe some women think like this, but I don't tend to like to hang out with those women, so I do not sympathize with this female character, despite the fact that you are giving basic commentary to make me sympathize with her. Ha! The villain is using two canes for no reason. This movie is just constantly adding gadgets or grills for Jim to be creepy with to make him seem more and more intimidating without relying on the performance. This woman is using sexualized intimidation. I'm automatically impressed, despite the fact that the pacing and the performance is terrible. She just screams no, no, no the entire time as she's kicking people down. Monkey brown shit. That is what this character says in order to intimidate this woman. Obviously, shit is brown. This is not good cussing alliteration. This thing is going to be intimidating if we have the angles and the music correct. In this scene, we see her husband being a human shield, despite the fact that this woman is supposed to be a independent, tough character. I know that she got shot, but getting shot apparently takes all the toughness out of her, and her acting is also extremely bad. It's just acting exacerbated while blood is on her shirt. Dramatic music to make the act of shooting bottles more dramatic and pointless slow-mo. I guess glass and slow-mo is cool. A black man being intimidating, a black man in a business jacket. Damon Lean audience is getting very bored. Let's have a Jamaican caricature. Now, I don't know how this black actor felt about this role, but it's still kind of offensive. Next, we get a really confusing moment in the movie. The gangsters that are telling a joke, and the joke is the British person says something is fake. We have no idea what that object or subject is. I guess gangsters telling jokes is a cliche, so just shove it in there. He shoots the floor so this movie can go on longer. This woman, who is established to not liking men touching her, let this random bald guy touch her. She can protect herself in this moment, despite the fact they established the character being like that through inner monologue. To make sure she's not a damsel in distress character who's being saved by a man, we just have the woman say, "You're trying to fuck me, you're trying to fuck me," even though that this is her husband that she likes. Is she on drugs or something? Well, there is no scene of that in the film, so I don't know. Next, we get this random scene where a kid was setting up traps. Well, we don't ever see the kid set up traps. It's a random moment where the villain is mad at his gang for something, so he can be more intimidating. Another scene where a woman character who had a feminist inner monologue is being touched, making that commentary even more pointless than already was. So shoot the villain right now so this movie can end. Sometimes the villain has two canes, and sometimes he is not using two canes. They just keep picking and choosing whether or not he's injured randomly just to make the performance more intimidating, just in case his acting isn't enough. A overly stereotypical Jamaican and a black man wearing a business suit in the same scene. Now the Damon Lee audience has no idea what to feel. Next, we get a return of the presidency test. I guess they want this made to be made for the president. This woman's relationship with this man constantly changes. She's sometimes a part of the villain's team and sometimes a part of his team. In this scene, she's a part of his team because she tells him a secret. Also, the black guy has a new gimmick. He comes up with a lie so he can easily shoot people, like their kids stole something from them. This is a distraction. Mr. Fitzpatrick's performance here is decently intimidating when he complains about something light. As our main character is aiming a gun at somebody, he immediately says sorry because now he's going to the dark side and he has to apologize for being intimidating. I have no idea who this actor is. He has no IMDb picture, and there's no images that connect with his profile picture. So I guess his performance is fine. Anyway, the movie ends with him defeating the villain. He ends with using a clip that they already had to have a sentimental ending, and him getting to be the president of the United States for one more year. So that's when the bullet hits the bone. This is a extremely confusing movie, and the acting is for the most part terrible aside from the intimidating film performances. And just all the writing is extremely scene convenient. Like the woman changes sides to help the scene, and we get random stuff that the villain gets angry about in order to make the villain more intimidating in the scene. This is a really bad, confusing mess of a movie, but is a attempt in some ways. Like, it's alright if you're watching it, but when you actually think about it, you get way confused and you understand why this is a confusing and cliched mess of a film. Don't watch it. Bye.